Yeah, is that better? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another episode. My name is Sam Sobey, and today I'm at Ace Hardware. Yeah, not going on the water today. It's supposed to rain, but there's an itch. There's an itch that I've been meaning to scratch. There's kind of an experiment I've wanted to do and a project I've wanted to take on. So without further ado, let's jump into Ace Hardware, get some supplies, and I guess I'll explain later. So let's go in Ace. So first supply I need to find is PVC pipe. Okay, next item I need like a sparker. Bingo, bingo, bingo. $14.99, that's pretty expensive. $14.99, there's another one for $14.99, there's one for 36 bucks. $14.99, that'll work. Alrighty, so I've got 4 feet of 2-inch PVC pipe. I've got about 2 feet of 4-inch PVC pipe. I've got all the adapters and back cap I need. The workers here were super friendly and helpful. They helped me with everything. And luckily, they have everything here. They have the lighter, and then they have PVC cement and some epoxy. So I think I've got everything I need to, oh, I guess I'm missing one thing.
I got the SKU for those. Do you have a rewards card?
No, I don't.
Have a good day.
I think we're just about dialed. We're just about dialed. Yeah, you guessed it. Things are about to get pretty dicey. Alrighty, we made it back to the garage, but first things first, I need to explain my thought process, where my head's at, and kind of my goal with this video, what I'm trying to accomplish, I guess, what I'm trying to say. I don't care if you're 10 years old or 110 years old. If you grew up watching fishing on television, there's a really, really good shot that you've potentially seen the commercial for the rocket fishermen. Whether you've seen their advertisement, their commercial, their infomercial, whatever you want to call it, you've seen the rocket fishermen on TV, whether it be in use or in a commercial. If you haven't, let me catch you up to speed. The Rocket Fisherman is a toy that came out, I think, in the early 2000s. It was endorsed by Roland Martin and a bunch of other people, and basically they just ran this infomercial over and over and over on television during fishing shows, and a lot of people bid on them. It's basically for kids 8 years old and over, and it's basically a fishing rod that you don't need to cast it all, and you can just fire it out there. It has a built-in reel, and yeah, it pulled a lot of people into buying this thing, and it didn't really teach kids how to fish or cast or anything like that. As far as the concept and the invention goes for the Rocket Fisherman, I think it's fairly ingenious, but from people I know that have used it, it's pretty bunk. Like, it's not a very good piece of equipment. But either way, right now I'm gonna roll a couple clips from the commercial, just to kind of catch you guys up to speed on the exact infomercial if you hadn't seen it. So let's roll the Rocket Fisherman commercial right now.
You're trying to catch fish, not the bushes. Well, now fishing rocks with the brand new Rocket Fishing Rod and reel them in. Now you just aim, launch, and hit the mark.
The Rocket Fishing Rod was awarded the best in kids tackle because it really catches fish and everyone has a blast launching it.
2 payments of $19.95 plus shipping and handling. It's one of the coolest fishing rods you've ever seen.
My whole thing was, every time I saw this commercial, I was like, it's such a little kiddie toy, but how cool would it be to have like a rocket fisherman souped up on steroids? One that just doesn't shoot like 30 feet, one that shoots like 300 feet. 300 feet. The fuel that is gonna fire this sucker off is just some generic hairspray. I did not buy this. I took this from my mother's cabinet. So Mom, thank you so much for the hairspray. I forgot to buy some. Sorry. And last but not least, at least to help us start test shooting it, a pack of Idaho fresh giant jumbo potatoes. Step number 1, I'm just gonna wipe down this end of the PVC pipe. I want to get all the dirt and grime off here because I want the glue to sit perfect. I don't want there to be any air holes, nothing. So I'm gonna wipe that down, wipe this side of the adapter down, and then dry them off. All right, next I'm gonna take the regular clear PVC cement, and very quickly, I'm gonna put just a thin dose right around here, fit these two suckers together, and then yeah, just let it dry. Alrighty, once that's done, apply the same process just to the back cap here. I have a nice little back cap. This is gonna help me close everything out. This is gonna help keep it airtight in the main chamber. A little bit of glue action around here. Shove those suckers together. Some hardware, some instructions. Alrighty, so I think I got this little sucker dialed. The main thing is with this push button is you want it to make a spark. So you just plug in this one wire that comes with it with a terminal. And when you bring it close to the other terminal, I don't know if you guys can see this or not, it creates that spark. And that's what we want. That spark is what's gonna ignite that hairspray, and that's what's gonna make it go. Alright, so the hole has been drilled up top. I put the sparker into here, and I adjusted the 2 terminals, so every time I click the button, it makes a little spark in there. Good. Next, I'm gonna take the 5-minute epoxy gel and just gel the outside of this tiny little button here, because I want no air to be getting in here. I want it to be airtight. When I close the cap on this, I want the sucker to be airtight with the hairspray so it makes a big explosion in here. So, while this has been drying, I've just been kind of like conceptualizing in my head how I'm gonna make a lure shoot out the front end of this cannon. And my idea is I'm just gonna have the rod on the side of the cannon, and I PVC'd a little tiny piece here that the butt of the rod is gonna go into. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but the rod will just sit right alongside the cannon, and then I'd run the line right down the barrel, kind of either attached to the potato or just in front of it. I don't really know what I'm gonna do yet. Maybe hooked into the potato, and then just leave my bail open. And then once I fire it, it should just take out a bunch of lines. So I'm just gonna kind of dry fire it. I put a plastic bag up here just to create, you know, some suction in the front. I'm just gonna try it. We're just going for it. 2, 3, tighten it down in the back. Safety first. All right, here we go. Fire number 1. Oh my God! It worked! Okay. Alrighty, as soon as the glue is settled, I think we're ready to take this sucker either in the backyard or down by the lake and get after it. Alrighty, we've made it down the lake with the Rocket Fisherman souped up on steroids. First things first, we did one little test shoot in the garage, but we're just gonna launch one just normal potato out of this to make sure it works. I brought in some backup. This is my good buddy, Augie Isaacson, and he's probably gonna be the one that holds this while I film it, just because I wanna capture this correctly. So, step number 1, we're just gonna load a normal potato in the end of the barrel of this, spray this sucker with hairspray, and just see how far it launches the potato. I don't even know if I have enough like fishing line on my spool to potentially make this happen. Like, I think it's gonna shoot that far. I don't really know. Either way, let's load a potato in here and let's just test fire it. The more air pressure we have, the better. 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Quick. Oh my God. The goal is to shoot this sucker like 300 feet. So now we have a working potato gun. But the challenge wasn't to make a potato gun, it was to make a Rocket Fisherman on steroids. So what I think we're gonna do next is figure out a way to either attach the hook or the Cinco to the potato, then shove it down there and then shoot it out with the bail completely open on my reel. And yeah, I have no idea this is gonna work, so let's think that up and then let's try it again. All right, Rocket Fisherman on steroids, test number 1. We have the rod right alongside the giant cannon, just in that tiny little holder here. I've got a screw holding the other side of the rod up. I have the bail open, so hopefully when it shoots it out, it just takes the line with it. We'll make sure his hands and arms are clear of it. The line runs up into here, into the top of the cannon, down to the potato, and yeah, I guess what's left?
Fire away, baby, let's go.
Fire away. Okay, give it a shot.
Oh,
it's working!
It
Oh,
worked.
it went all the way down to the backing.
Oh,
that totally worked.
Oh my God.
All right, unhook this sucker from here. This is incredible. I don't know if I have like a couple hundred yards of braid on here, so I really don't know how far it shot, but it went all the way down to the fluorocarbon backing. So it completely worked. I'm just gonna, oh, I got a bunch of weeds on here, but it shot it out there. Rocket Fisherman goes 30 feet. Rocket Fisherman on steroids, potentially 300 feet. Do you want to one-up your buddies? Do you want to hang out and be the life of the party? You want to be the best angler in your group? Well, let me tell you what, the Rocket Fisherman on steroids is the product for you. Only 9 payments of $19.99 and it can be yours today.
It's one of the coolest fishing rods you've ever seen.
Give me some of that!
Right away.
Give me some of that!
That's freaking insane.
We just put the rocket fisherman to shame.
Oh my God.
All right, reel that sucker in, see if you get one.
Any bites?
Any nibbles, any bites?
Oh, all the way back to that back.
Alrighty guys, it's been a freaking blast down here by the lake. I don't know if you can tell, but it was like 90 degrees and humid today, and now a bunch of clouds are pushing in. We're supposed to get terrible storms, so we're gonna head on back now. I'll talk to you guys in the garage. So this was fun. Absolute success. Rocket fisherman on steroids, complete. So the rain came in pretty hot. We were forced to head back to the garage, but I guess to kind of recap the day, what started out as a crazy idea and an experiment turned into a complete and total success. So the rocket fisherman on steroids totally works. It will launch all the line pert near off your reel all the way to the backing, and I couldn't be more pleased with this. So if you guys like building potato launchers, if you guys like building videos in general, make sure you comment below, because I'd like to build more things and play around and try funny ideas out. And if you guys have different theories or different things you want me to test, please comment that below as well too. So thank you guys so much for watching this video all the way to the end. I truly appreciate it. I guess there's nothing left to be said than stay tuned, and as always, let the adventure begin. See ya. Goodbye.